Good evening, everybody. So, I'm starting up my channel. I'm pretty new to this stuff, so, try not to judge or anything like that. And I'm also recording this in my basement as well. So, but I'm starting this channel. I wanted to kind of give y'all a tour of what I'm doing with my bike and what's already been done to it. And so just stick around, I'll show you what we got going on. So for starters, me and my buddies, Darian and Brandon, we installed some pipes the other day that I bought for my birthday, and they're Cobra 3-inch exhaust. I think I spent about $380 on them. Pretty fairly decent price. They're slip-ons, so it's not the full setup or nothing, but it does sound a lot better than what it did, and I've got a little snippet of that I'll let y'all see. But for right now, I'm going to show you what it sounds like. Now I'm going to start her up. I'm going to let y'all hear her. She's loud. She's not as loud as I'd like her to be, but let me know what y'all think. Might help if I have to keep up. Now another thing, I've got the slip-on exhaust put on here, and those work pretty good. Makes the bike a lot louder than what it was stock, but eventually I would like to get the whole setup, but that's at Harley Davidson, that's going to cost $2,000. It's an unbelievable amount of money. However, you get what you pay for. So now there's a couple of things I would like to do in time. One of those would be putting some ape hangers on here, which with the 2018 Street Bobs, they've already pretty much got a pretty high handlebar setup. I don't know what the exact measurements of it are or whatever, but I mean, as you can tell, they sit up pretty decently high. That's one thing I would like to do. Another thing would be maybe a new paint job. Now, a lot of people have told me that with the paint job that's on it already now, black on black, they like it, they think it looks good, and I like it. I mean, it looks good, it matches my truck, and but maybe doing red and black rather than just all black might be a good idea. Y'all let me know if y'all think that'd be cool, or whatever y'all think would be cool, whatever color scheme or ideas y'all think would look good. Another thing we've installed on this bike would be the lights. Me and my buddies, we actually did that one night, and they look really good. There's a bunch of different settings, colors. Right now it's on purple. But see, you can get multiple different colors. You've also got flashing setting, which you can make faster. Now with the FXBB 2018 Street Bob, there's a lot of things that people might notice that are different. One of the things my buddies told me was the monoshock under the seat. Supposedly that's new. I have no idea. This is my first Harley I've ever owned. Before this one, I had a GSXR 600, 2006, I believe. So this will be my first cruiser, quote unquote. And it's a really good bike. I enjoy it. It's pretty expensive, especially being brand new. Some of you might wonder, why did I get rid of the street bike? And one of the reasons being is they're very tempting. There's a lot of things that you're tempted to do on them, and I got to the point where I knew if I kept the bike, I was either going to get hurt or get in a lot of trouble. Now it's all preference. I still love street bikes. I might eventually end up getting another one. There's really no telling. But if I had to compare this bike with my old bike, I would like to say that this one is a lot better, simply because it's not meant for racing and doing tricks and stuff like that. Now that's not to say you can't act stupid on one of these. Any motorcycle or anything of that nature is very tempting, but with a Harley Davidson, it's more of a cruiser. You just go with the flow, and you know, it all depends on who you ride with, what y'all ride, you know, how y'all act. But if I had to compare the two bikes, this one would definitely be my choice. Now, before I go any further, I want y'all to let me know what you ride in the comments. Whether it be a street bike, Harley, dirt bike, four-wheeler. Just let me know, you know. I'd like to hear other people's opinions, whether they like Harleys or Suzuki's or Yamahas, whatever it is. And just shoot me a comment. I just made a mess. One of the things I wanted to mention, one of the problems that we ran into was, one of the problems that we ran into installing the exhaust was how taking the exhaust off was a problem. Try to get it to a better light where y'all can see. But there is a bolt right here that we actually had the most trouble getting off, simply because the frame was in the way. Now you can probably see right here where we scuffed it up a little bit, trying to get tools back there to get that bolt off. And long story short, we ended up having to take the exhaust mount off and take the entire thing off to unscrew the top exhaust. Now, if you're watching this video, learn from my mistake. Just make it easier on yourself. If you decide to change your exhaust on your 2018 Street Bob, take the time out, go ahead and take the exhaust mount off, undo everything, and it makes it a lot easier to reinstall the new pipes and put everything back together without stripping a bolt or anything like that. Like I said, that's the only problem that we ran into, but there could be more problems. We just kind of knew what we were doing. If y'all are looking at my garage slash basement and y'all are like, man, this dude lives dirty, please excuse the mess. This is just our junk storage place, and we don't use it for anything other than washing clothes and storing crap. One of my other favorite features about the bike would be the lights, and we only had one problem with the lights, and it really wasn't a problem. It was just almost like we didn't know what we were doing, and I'll show y'all what I mean. Don't judge. But the wiring that we put in here, it's kind of just thrown in there. I mean, it's just everywhere, all over the place. Now, we could have did a better job, and probably will end up going back over it and trying to cut the wires, trim them down a little bit, and making it a little neater. But if you decide to put lights on your bike, go ahead and make it easier. And before you do it, you know, shape them up to size, make it to where it's not just sitting all under the seat, because I've already had one issue with that, and ended up causing one of my lights to go out because the wiring was rubbing against a tire. And so go ahead and make it easier on yourself, and just go ahead and cut it out to size. Take the 10-15 minutes it takes, or even better idea, just have it done somewhere. I've got a couple more things I want to show you that was installed, and they aren't really a modification. It's just an additive, I guess you could say, for my wife. That would be the seat. Matches the, driver's seat and everything. It's a good seat, but the only problem is it's not big enough for my wife. It's just, I guess because the back of the bike's really small, the seat has to fit it, whatever. Now the foot pegs. These weren't actually very expensive, but obviously with an extra rider, you need foot pegs. They're pretty good, Harley Davidson. I had them install it. And now I'll show you the helmets I got. Now I'm gonna start off with my wife's helmet. This is a DOT approved Harley Davidson helmet. It's nice. It's got the flip down visor. She likes it, comfortable. For my helmet, this was the very first one that I got. It's got a special tint on there. It's HJC. It's got all the little nooks and crannies, whatever you want to call it. Real nice and padded. And it's a good looking helmet. Like I said, it was the first one I ever bought. And this is actually my helmet that I used when I had my GSXR. But it's pretty cool. I mean, it's the safer helmet of the two that I've got. Now for my daily helmet that I use whenever I ride. I don't know the name brand. I know I bought it at Horizons Motorsports. It's like 40 bucks. It was just a cheap helmet. But it's the Army style helmet. And it's comfortable. It's not the safest helmet, like I said. I would definitely recommend anybody who's riding, especially beginners or even veterans, whoever, to use a full face helmet, DOT approved. But if you're looking more for style, just to kind of fit with the Harley, this would probably be the one I would go with. All black, matte black. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the video there. If you like the video, let me know. Like, subscribe, comment. Give me some ideas of what y'all would like to see, and we'll see you on the next one.